geschäftsführer Christoph Jesse.
Today we visit highlights of the hilly Buda and cosmopolitan Pest sides of the city, starting with Pest's National Opera House and historic Hero Square. In Buda, walk along Castle Hill to Fisherman's Bastion and Matthias Church. Enjoy lunch on board your ship. The rest of the day is yours to explore the city.
So the Hungarian aloha is see ya. Can you say that? Yeah. Wonderful. A museum, a wonderful Greek-style building that covers our history from 896 until nowadays. Have a look now to the right-hand side. 1000 years anniversary, we made the whole square. On the left-hand side, we made a wonderful museum of fine arts. On the right-hand side, another museum. Of course, you know, this is the Blue Danube walls. Parliament, and that is planned for 1896, and then it is made for 96 meter high. Because I have to mention to you that Hungary until the First World War was 3 much bigger. So it means not only territory wise, but almost 4 times more people were living here.
궁금하다. 응? 멋있던데.
멋있지?
Wow, that's awesome. 찍었어? 멋있는 건 다시 나왔대. 멋있는 건 이제 지나갔어. 거의 다 지나갔어지?
Arrive in Bratislava this afternoon and embark on a walking tour of Slovakia's charming capital with a long and fascinating history.
어제들 밤에 보니까 막 사람들이 엄청 나와가지고 전국을 찍는데 남자들은 좀 카메라도 있고 여자들은 다 셀폰으로 찍는데.
The town Bratislava survived both world wars, but it did not survive the communist regime, because this bridge was built here at the end of the 60s and beginning of this part. Well, the owner of that building is already sitting in a jail for tax fraud.
It is the only national capital that borders two other countries, Austria and Hungary. See attractions like the medieval town hall complex and fortifications at Michael's Tower, the Baroque Jesuit church, and Gothic St. Martin's Cathedral, and pass by several Habsburg-era Baroque palaces before returning to your ship.
Here on the corner used to be the pharmacy by the red range. Now it's
Today we tour the Austrian capital of Vienna, ride along the Ringstrasse, which replaced the city walls in the mid-19th century. See some of the city's Baroque architecture, including the world-famous Opera House, St. Stephen's Cathedral, and Hofburg Palace.
Celtic tribes were here, the Romans were here, and then the German barbarians invaded from the north. And the Germans, roughly 1,000 something years ago, gave Vienna its current name, Vienna of V.
Maria Theresia, by the way, she was a reformist Spanish empress, and her husband was more into fencing, hunting, womanizing, stuff like this, like the usual things for the male emperors to do back then.
I can hear it.
You may take an optional tour to Schönbrunn Palace, the Versailles of Vienna, erected in 1778, and graced by a number of formal gardens, Grecian statuary, Today's highlight is an exclusive visit of the splendid Benedictine Abbey of Göttweig, a working monastery for more than 900 years. Participate in an exclusive visitor program at Göttweig, created to provide an understanding of the daily business of the venerable institution.
Side of the town. Well, yeah.
This afternoon, enjoy scenic sailing as we cruise toward Linz.
We have a free time for lunch, shopping, museums. I will give you some recommendations, and we will meet again after free time at 2:30 in the square, and we will walk together to the bus stop. The bus will take us back to Linz. If the traffic is okay, we should get to Linz around midnight. We make Czech cars called Škoda, one that is in front of us now. Škoda is an old company, founded in the 19th century. They started with bikes, later motorbikes, since
Wake up in Linz this morning and set off on an all-day excursion to the beautiful Bohemian town of Český Krumlov, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Ride through the scenic Czech countryside and take a walking tour featuring the lovely historic center of the city with many Baroque and Renaissance buildings, dating back hundreds of years.
the pink building is like vegetarian restaurant, white.
You have some free time to enjoy Krumlov's charming streets, filled with cafes, shops, galleries, and pubs. Maybe stop for lunch in one of many local restaurants. Arrived this morning in Passau, at the confluence of the Inn, Ilz and Danube rivers. Your guided walk along the town's narrow streets takes you through Old Town and past traditional patrician houses. Admire the new bishop's residence and visit the impressive baroque St. Stephen's Cathedral with its ornate interior. Inside, you are treated to a special concert played on the 17,000 pipe organ, considered Europe's largest church organ. Enjoy an onboard lunch, but return to the city to further explore on your own before dinner. After breakfast, disembark and transfer from your ship to your hotel. Your journey with 3 additional nights in the breathtaking Czech capital of Prague.
Modern building to see. Can you see that with the, it's like a ball a bit, huh? This building is called a Ginger in French, like Ginger Rogers and Fred Astaire. It was an architect from US who said,
Discover the Czech Republic's vibrant capital, the city of 100 spires. Tour Hradčany Castle, visit the Gothic St. Vitus Cathedral, and stroll along Charles Bridge. Set out on a panoramic tour of Prague, including a guided walk through Prague Castle. Few cities embody the past as authentically as Prague, the Czech Republic's atmospheric capital that clings to its history with unwavering passion. Prague's medieval architecture is its most prominent, but the city is also a rich repository of Romanesque, Baroque, and Art Nouveau, buildings that stir the imagination.
So this location has a nickname, Little Venice of Prague. Prague, Venice. Yeah. And you will we will walk up to the Charles Bridge. You will get another. There are ladies and gentlemen, this bridge.
아까는 안 꼈었는데 저게 장갑 웃겨. 아, 여기가 제일 멋있네. 미스터 정립 미스하고 갔어 이거. 이게 제일 중요한 거야.
How I love to do it.
말하다가 이제 그대 물었어.
I think it would be okay. I think this position. This is the Museum of Garnets. Yeah, those dark red stones. If you want to buy some typical souvenir from Prague, those red stones belong to one of the souvenirs from our country because we have locations at the north of Czech Republic. Another, there are so many souvenir shops because we are in all parts. Selling products which are produced in our country. They sell cosmetic, home decoration, Christmas, anything. Look through the shop windows. And look, there is as well beer cosmetic or linden. Our Lady in front of you. Opposite from us, it's a former town hall, complex of buildings with tower at the end. Tower at the castle. There are so many different towers, but old towers are only having staircase. This is the only one which has elevators, which will take you to the top if you want to. Then there is a museum and there is gallery. Right now that gallery has interesting photo exhibition, photos from end of communism from 30 years ago. Albert Einstein, in this building, this bay window on the right, where was Einstein at the time playing on the violin for his Prague professor. Because Einstein was before Great War, from 1911 to 1912, was Albert Einstein lecturing in Prague. Albert Einstein was lecturing as a professor at the Prague University Faculty of Physics. Functioning synagogue in Europe. Its original building, the synagogue, was founded around 1260.
Then I'll my power back.
13th century. According to Czech Ladies and gentlemen, the name of this church, of this cathedral, is Saint Vitus. Yes, but that's like a short version. Her name was Ludmila. She was grandmother of Christmas Baron Wenceslas, and she died on the orders of her daughter-in-law, which was mother of Wenceslas. Including Terezín, where tomorrow some of you will see the cells, where he ended as well. And from the Terezín he was transported to Dachau in Germany, in Bavaria, where he got infected by typhoid fever. He survived 3 years in Nazi concentration camps. I don't know, it's personally belonging for everybody. So ladies and gentlemen, nothing is holy enough to pickpocket. They will pickpocket you even in the church. Yeah. Yeah. So you just think you are in the place of God, so you are safe there. But for people who are atheists, they don't care. Yeah. So they. Some of them live all their lives. You know, in old days, that those women all, I would say, defending on the man. Yeah, they got from River Thames, you know, which was transported from Prague for Diamond Jubilee of Queen Elizabeth of England as well. So it's a really interesting palace which I would really recommend to the museum to visit. Sure. But look at the lovely view. Wow. Look at the lovely view. We are now coming, leaving the castle, going down.
Every day, 365 per day. The sound of the dog can get No, 많이 올라간다. 6층이야, 6층. 많이 올라가.
못 봤어.
어제 이렇게 나간 거야. 한 방향 핀 돌문데 이렇게 나가. 어머나, 샵드랙이다? 여기서 사람 살고?
Spend the day further exploring Prague on your own. See more of the old town or check out some of Prague's more modern sites such as Cross Charles Bridge, see the astronomical clock and the Lenin Wall, and stand in historic Wenceslas Square. Or visit the Jewish Quarter and see the 13th century Altneuskal, Europe's oldest active synagogue. After breakfast, check out of your hotel and proceed to the airport for your return flight to Los Angeles.
Say goodbye to your hope and enjoy your stay on board. On behalf of Czech Republic, keep up flying with us and goodbye.